So we're sure we haven't had this one on the podcast.
Yeah, we've had a couple flubs with that in the last month or so. But yes, I went back and looked when we were discussing, as we do every week, hey, what should we have on the show? Like, what should we try? Hey, I've got this idea for a theme like you had. And like I said, I had bought this bourbon, because we're having a bourbon on the tasting table today.
And we've had a lot of bourbons on podcasts.
We have had a lot of bourbons. I was kind of surprised that we hadn't had this one.
Okay.
And I thought I had bought it before. So that really made me surprised that we hadn't tried it. But maybe our brother Joe or something had bought it.
It could have slipped through the cracks somewhere.
Yeah, it may have slipped through that way. But like I said, so we've got another pretty, I don't know, I was going to say famous, but a fairly well-known bourbon. Little more pricey. We've upped the price a little bit. So yeah, it's from the Jim Beam line.
Okay.
Of bourbons.
Okay.
All right. This is what we have for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Basil Hayden's Bourbon.
The Basil Hayden's Bourbon.
The Basil Hayden's Bourbon.
This is the lowest proof in the Jim Beam line of higher signature bourbons. This one comes in at 80 proof.
Okay.
So it's 40% alcohol compared to all their other ones. Like we just had recently, Knob Creek. We had the rye and the regular.
Yeah, those were 47?
Yeah, they're like almost close to 100 proof.
Okay.
47% out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
they're
98.
close to 100 proof or whatever. Yeah. And like I said, the Bookers and the Baker, those all kind of go up or in that proof range. This was started in 1992.
Okay.
This was it became an offering, I should say, and originally it was labeled as aged 8 years, and now I believe the thing it says on there, I can't quite read it. It says something like matured, artfully matured or whatever. So they do not give an age time frame on there anymore. Okay. So it's basically when they are happy with whatever expression that might be. That is what the
and we have to trust them.
What is bottled at. Yeah, I mean,
that's what they get paid the big bucks.
Bourbon. I'm going to trust that if this is how they want it to taste, even if it's bad, they must have wanted it to taste bad.
I wanted you to have a bad bourbon.
I wanted this to taste disgusting.
Yeah. 2 days in. Took it.
God.
It's ready.
It would still be clear. It's
vodka
at that point.
Well, they call it what's like the white,
like corn whiskey,
white dog or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, there are whiskeys that are.
They have that's not anything we want to drink. But anyway, so it was originally made. I think it was for like Meredith Basil Hayden. He made this bourbon like back in 1792. I think it has a little bit more of rye, I think, mash in it than what their other offerings had done. So he made that. It didn't really become a thing until they went back and it was like, oh, we're going to pull our grandfather's recipe out of the woodworks. They broke open a panel or something and they found this recipe on a scroll and maybe a tablet. That part I don't.
Sounds like a Disney cartoon.
That part I
for
don't
bourbon.
think is true, but it is true that they did go back and they went to this recipe, and that's like I said. The thing I had found was interesting though was that he went and later founded Old Granddad, because that's actually like his picture on the Old Granddad.
Is Basil Hayden?
Great Basil Hayden.
Okay.
So anyway, but this is one of his early recipes that they brought forward later on, and is one of the lighter options. Because the Knob Creek, we kind of thought, a little too hot. Still too hot.
My God, the heat.
Which is surprising, because then we went back and looked, and we loved it like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows?
Palates change.
That's true. This bottle, though, I cannot pick up because it is a virtual bottle. It's back there. So I actually need the bottle from our good friend, because I think he's watching it longingly again.
He always does.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got it. Yeah.
This
is definitely a signature look as well. The little paper wrapping thing, that's not actually like an image or a weird angle or something like that. That's actually like a signature thing that they do only for this one, this particular spirit.
Cool. Almost looks like the bottle is wearing clothing.
I think that's what they mentioned.
Like
they wanted it to look like that. I don't know if he actually wore. Maybe that was what he wore when he did his mashing or something like that. He wore a piece of paper
late at night,
and a little belt, and you never wanted to look at him sideways.
Right?
Kind of little cheek peeking through.
Side cheek.
Yeah, a little left cheek sneak. Wait, that's something else.
That's something else.
All right, let's get to some drinking. Let's go ahead and get that back from our good friend over there.
Thank you. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, Phil. As you can see, there is a little bit out of this.
Just a bit.
I had maybe a sip at the birthday festivities the other week. I didn't actually drink, but then our brother, of course, imbibed in some. So he had some. So I kind of wish he was here. Maybe he could give his impressions virtually.
Oh, yeah.
He could call us in on that. But anyway, so it is already open. And, pricing.
Pricing.
So, if you're a smart shopper, which I was,
You usually
luckily, Costco had this for about $10 cheaper than normally you'd find it. Normally, it's about
Nice.
$38 to $40 for this bottle of bourbon.
Okay.
Costco had it for $30.
All
That was
right.
why I picked it up. I was like, ooh, this is one I wanted to try. Like I said, I swear I've had this at some point, but I could not find it anywhere. But my recollection wasn't good enough. But I was like, okay, I know I've either liked this or at least wanted to try it. And at that price, I couldn't pass it up.
I think that bottle would have stuck out for us if we
You
had
would
that
think,
with the paper
right?
on there like
you
that.
would think.
The-
That's why I think
The way the bottle is adorned.
Ooh,
I know.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe Joe must have like had this or something like
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
Like someone had it. But yeah, it's actually literally paper. It's like
Yeah.
parchment looking paper, and I don't know what this metal
the
thing is
big
on the
belt
front. But yeah,
buckle.
it is quite a belt buckle. Yeah, it says artfully aged. It even says it right on the back. 80 proof. Basil Hayden's sophisticated taste remains true to the old family recipe. I will not read the rest of the light tasting notes they have on there. But anyway,
That's right. We want to come up with our own.
that's right. We love these tasting glasses, the Glencairn tasting glasses.
Yeah.
I almost thought about that would be some. Well, not that you wouldn't be able to tell, but I almost thought about going for. I have like regular like whiskey like rocks glasses and stuff. I wonder if I could actually like. What
I
kind
think
of
you can do that too.
Yeah, no, I know
Yeah.
you could. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like I wonder what aromatically like if you
Oh,
actually
yeah.
like I prefer it. This
I
way,
like
or-
how it concentrates it there.
I
you
think
get-
so too. Yeah, that's the idea. That is the idea. Usual honey color.
Yeah, honey, a little amber. Yeah,
Mhm.
notes of amber in there, color wise.
Mm.
Yeah, honey, a little vanilla.
Honey, a little
Um,
vanilla. I get a little fruit in there too. I'm trying to discern what type. I didn't kind of want to say that just because it's so generic, but there is like a little.
There's a deeper.
It's like a candied kind of fruit, like a candied. It's almost like an apricot or something like that. It's like a
something along those lines. Some
and there's a. I get like a hint of mint as well. There's like at the very far back. There's a light like spearmint, not peppermint, but like spearmint. So like kind of sweet.
the leaves.
Into that, yeah.
Yeah, there's
Like I
a
said, but that
depth.
kind of.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot going on in there. The
Love
heat,
that aroma.
The sugar, the sweet, the vanilla, the little bit of fruit. Yeah, there's a lot going on in
This
there.
aroma is already much better than the Knob Creek.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Shall we
Right.
do the best part? Cheers.
I'm gonna say that I like spirits that aren't so hot, as far as alcohol heat,
Yeah.
because that's really nice, actually.
That's super smooth. That's really
Yeah,
good.
that's very smooth.
I get more of that mint in the flavor. There's something in there that just
There
says
is a
that-
lingering freshness.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
like
weird.
It's,
As
it
well as
almost
you'd
adds
say
like-
from a bourbon, you wouldn't think.
yeah, but it's
"Mm."
like it's like a brightness, like in that expression, like I said, where it's like a little like a little sweetness, like I said, like a little light mint in there. I get a little bit more of that candied like apricot like fruit. I want to say that, and then definitely the more the honey sweet. It's not like the heavier
Right.
flavor, and like I said, and the vanilla maybe playing into
Yeah,
that.
a little bit of vanilla oak or vanilla
Yeah.
oak.
That is excellent.
Yeah, very nice though.
That is really good. Like,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, not that I don't know it's there. Like, there's definitely some heat
Oh,
going
yeah.
down, but it's not that scorching burn.
right.
Which I know, like, probably if I had, it's the classic. Like, if you have a certain type of thing every day, that's how you get used to it, accustomed to it. You don't
Right.
mind it. So some people will be like, "What are you talking about?"
Or you
What
add a
proof?
drop of
That's
water,
nothing."
or you pour it over ice, or whatever.
Well, if you're
but-
adding a drop of water, that's a different tale.
Yeah.
So, but if you're actually having it the way it was meant to be,
right.
you may get used to those things. But like I said, but I don't. Like, I like bourbon, but it's, maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, tops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, usually in the morning or no wait,
Sure, right before I go to
or
work.
before you go to work.
No, that's not even. We're joking. But yeah, like I said, something like something like that where you have a little, and so that's where it's like I like it to be. This has all those great flavors. They come through in the taste, and to me, when it's that whatever they call it, like cask strength, barrel strength, whatever, it gets lost.
Right.
It's the same thing for me, and maybe it ties in some regard, like the hot wings or like something like where it's like I want to take a bite and I'm sweating profusely and I'm like almost can't. It's like I don't get any flavor out of that.
Right.
I get if you like that sensation, like that's definitely like an endorphin rush that people like that kind of thing, and that's fine. But to me, it's like I like the spices, I like all the other things around it. I don't mind a little bit of heat. But once it gets past a certain point, it's like you're taking away from all the joys of everything else.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. There's some nice balance in there, nice flavor. Good Good little bit of like mint, almost like a tobacco-y mint, or the like you said, like the leaves, like you're
Yeah.
chewing on the leaves. Some peppermint
because you
leaves,
get a
or
little
some
herbal
spearmint
with
leaves,
that
some
sweet
spearmint.
and the vanilla. Yeah, like spearmint.
Yeah.
And that little herbal and the vanilla.
Yeah.
Tobacco is a good call too. Like I said, yeah, that's almost it's almost like like a blend of those two.
Oh, that's good.
That's quite delicious.
That's especially for that price. That's a great price, and
Yeah. $30 for that.
Yeah.
I think it's excellent. I'd even pay the little bit more. Like I said, usually Total Wine, like if you go to one of your bigger box beverage outlets, probably Bevmo or something like that too, if you have those in your vicinity, I think it's usually 37 or 38. So even then it's not, I mean, everyone's budget's different. Even
Right.
then it's not like an outrageously priced bourbon.
right.
If you want
No, I
something
agree.
like special to have around. But
Yeah.
I think that's super delicious.
Yeah.
That's really good. And hopefully what everyone else thinks is really good is our website, AboutBeverages.com. It may not be fancy, but it has this content right here. So if you want more of this about other things and stuff, that is the place to go. The other place to go, if you just want to get right to the videos, want nothing else, you can go to youtube.com. About Beverages, we are on there as well. You can subscribe to us. That would be really appreciated. And we're on iTunes if you only want audio, because sometimes video is too much. Whether it's your bandwidth of your internet or just, looking at these two guys could be too much, for good or for bad. All of those things. And if you'd like to join us live on tape. What was that from? That was from something.
Live.
There
on
was
tape?
there was like a joke skit show that was like they always said live on tape.
Oh,
But anyway,
Don Pardo?
actually
No.
live.
Right.
And talk to us about beverages. Tell us what you're having, what you're enjoying, all those kinds of things.
Drink along with us.
Drink along with us. We're still haven't gotten better about it, but we want to start letting you know what we're going to have early enough so that if you want to go out and buy it, taste along with us. That's kind of that's the dream.
We'll have an extra day to do that next week because
That's true.
We'll be back a day later.
Twitch.tv/AboutBeverages is where you can find us. 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Usually most Thursdays. Sometimes it's another day. So if it's another day, guess where you could find out why we've changed it and when. What's the place you could go to?
Twitter.
That is the other place we are. About Beverages on Twitter. Follow us there. That's where you can find out during the week. Because guess what? We don't just drink on Wednesday. We drink all the time. No. Well, we do. But that's not
we
like
have
that.
to.
We do. It's
We
our
have
job.
to.
It's our
Well,
job. It's our
that's-
side
well,
job.
yeah.
It's our side project.
Also, we drink other things that aren't alcoholic too.
We do.
Water,
That's true.
juice.
I'm into the Gatorade G2.
I know you were talking about
The
that.
low-calorie Gatorade.
Speaking highly of that.
I know. Well, it's less. It's like 2/3 less sugar, and they don't put in other It's not like they put in artificial. It's like Gatorade's always too sweet anyway. You always add water to it.
Oh,
Now you don't have to.
Now I don't have to, but I don't. But
You don't?
no,
I drink Gatorade. I'm always like, God, this is like super sweet.
I haven't
Like,
had
it's like
Gatorade in a
sticky.
long time. But
Okay.
I do like Gatorade.
Gatorade can be delicious. But whether we like it or not,
You should give it a shot.